second down and 1 from the 6. Van Dam out of the shotgun with Lemira to his left, hands off to Lemira, bouncing off of tackles and bounces into the end zone. Luca Lemira just pinballing off of tacklers up the middle through the Raiders defense into the end zone, and Cranford takes an early 6-0 lead. First and goal from the 1. Garbolino will go under center and try to sneak this one in, and fumble, it's stripped. It's stripped. Luca Lemira strips the ball. Check that, Kevin Keogh strips the ball. Somehow, under that rubble at the goal line, Kevin Keogh managed to strip the ball away from Garbolino. And the Raiders turn it over. It'll be at the 46. Cranford 46, so 4th and 15. Godwin will punt. Snap. Godwin gets it. Kicks it away. A high kick. Over on the far side is Perry. He makes the catch at around the 16, we'll call it. Perry to the near side, and he's got room on the near side here. 20, 30, 40, stays in, 50. Look out! Marquise Perry! He is gone! Touchdown, North Brunswick Raiders! Marquise Perry! Touchdown, Marquise Perry. The Raider bench is fired up! We'll call it officially 80 yards for Marquise Perry. Another marquee play for number 1. And it's 7-6 Cranford pending the extra point. 3rd and 11 from the 21. DiMarino out of the shotgun here. Again, Chapman to his left takes the snap, dropping back. DiMarino throws it right, completes it to Johnson along the 10. Far sideline 5, right pylon, touchdown Cranford. DiMarino Johnson, touchdown. That one went to Marcus Johnson, and he hit the right pylon in the front corner of the end zone for a Cranford touchdown. And Cranford retakes the lead at 13-7. 2nd down and 3 from the 13. And going left is Van Dam. He's running left to the left side, left corner of the end zone. Touchdown Cranford. Shane Van Dam ran it himself down the left side. And Cranford now has a 2-score lead at 20-7. 3rd down and 10. Actually, we'll call it 3rd and 9 from the 44. 2 receivers right. Out of the gun, DiMarino takes the snap, dropping back, looking, throws it, deep ball. He's got a man left side. Caught, end zone, touchdown, Will Gallagher. He was a couple of steps ahead of Gerani Devonish Winter on the left side. DiMarino threw a perfect pass to Gallagher, hit him in stride, and Gallagher did the rest. 44 yards from DiMarino to Gallagher. And this game has been all Cranford, 27-7, pending the extra point. Will Gallagher lines up wide to the left. Going in motion is Hammond. DiMarino with hands off, gives it to Johnson. Zigzags across the 40, 30, still zigzagging, 20, middle of the field, another zigzag, 10, 5, touchdown Cranford. Marcus Johnson just zigzagged the entire way through the Raiders defense. 42 yards for Johnson, 34-7 Cranford, pending the extra point. 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Garbolino will work out of the shotgun here. Takes the low snap, throws it over the middle to George Battle. Touchdown, North Brunswick Raiders. So George Battle gets the touchdown from Garbolino. And so the Raiders, for the first time here in the second half, get on the board. Cranford 36, North Brunswick 13. 3rd and goal from the 1. 3 receivers right. Van Dam out of the shotgun, hands off to Lemira, and straight up the middle, touchdown Cranford. Touchdown Cougars, Luca Lemira. Cranford now leads it 42-13. First and 10 from the 33, we'll call it, 11-yard gain. Frankie will work out of the shotgun. Boyd to his right, takes the snap. Frankie dropping back, throws it, deep ball, left side, looking for Perry. He's got him. And it looks like Marquise will break a tackle and go into the end zone. Touchdown, North Brunswick Raiders. Frankie underthrew that a little bit. Perry had to wait for it. He did. He caught it and then broke a tackle on his way to the end zone. So Frankie goes to Hollywood, but first he throws one to Marquise Perry for 33 yards. And it's 43-19 Cranford. Touchdown pass number 15 on the season for Garbolino. 1 minute to go, and it looks like Cranford will take a knee. Shane Van Dam in at quarterback. He'll take a knee. Let's see. Most of the Raiders starters are still in. Boyd, Fabian Johnson, Willie Wilson, Jaden Myers. Yeah, most of the starters are still in. Jake Tavoli is in. I do see that. But Van Dam will take a knee with 38 seconds to go. And, well, if anyone from Raider Nation ever took wins for granted, you can't anymore. You don't just step out onto the field and think you're going to win. And I'm not saying that North Brunswick did that tonight, but I'm saying if you are a fan or a parent, don't just assume that you walk out on the field and get a W. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. And the Raiders found out the hard way. Thank you. The Raiders found out the hard way. 43-19, Cranford wins. And again, the most points of any opponent scored by any opponent. Most points scored by any opponent in the Sipod era, in the past 4 years. So Cranford improves to 6-1. North Brunswick is no longer undefeated. Their hopes of an undefeated season are now over. They are 6-1. Cranford will head to St. Joe's next week. And the Raiders will finish up their season next week at home at Steve Lebro Field against Woodbridge. Let me see if I can get you probably won't be a final, but let's see if I can get you an update from Woodbridge and Somerville. Somerville leads 33-26 with 9:38 left in the fourth quarter. So if that score holds up, then Woodbridge will also no longer be undefeated. So if that score holds up, it will be 6-1 North Brunswick versus 6-1 Woodbridge, 5-1 Woodbridge. Next week in the not the regular season finale, but in the season finale at Steve Lebro Field, back in North Brunswick. But listen, I would give you a game summary, but Cranford ran the ball. That's basically it. Cranford ran the ball. Between Marcus Johnson and Jake Chapman, Cranford ran the ball. They ran the ball from right to left. They ran the ball from left to right. And they made it work. Luca Lamera had a touchdown in this game. Shane Van Dam had a touchdown in this game as one of the two quarterbacks. Lamera had two touchdowns. Johnson had a touchdown out of the backfield, a receiving touchdown. And this game, Gallagher had a touchdown, Kevin Gallagher. And, this one was just all Cranford. Will Gallagher had a touchdown, receiving for Cranford. So this was just all Cranford. And to me, like I said, the turning point came late first quarter when the Raiders were at the Cranford 1-yard line, and Frankie Garbolino was trying to sneak it in. He fumbled, and it was recovered by Cranford. Let me see if I can remember who recovered the ball. Kevin Keogh, senior captain for Cranford, recovered the fumble, and that was the turning point. That deflated the air right out of the balloon, and Cranford just took off after that. So that, in a nutshell, pretty much sums it up. And again, a 24-point loss the most lopsided loss in the Side-Pod era, trumping the 22-point loss to South Brunswick on Thanksgiving in 2017. And, listen, I don't think, despite everything that happened tonight, I don't think this takes away from this season. I don't think this takes away from the 4 years of the Side-Pod era by any means. But again, the good news here is that this is not an actual playoff game where the Raiders are eliminated from the playoffs. They'll play next week at home against Woodbridge.